Welcome everyone to this 20-minute meditation, which will include some guiding and some silence. And also a reminder that the essence of our practice in mindfulness meditation is to work with our mind just the way it is. So if you find that you're unsettled or racing or a little restless, you are practicing perfectly. So let us begin. So let us begin by taking a posture that feels grounded to us. Taking a moment to feel the sense of support from the earth, placing our feet on the floor, our seat on the seat, feeling the whole weight of our body just resting right here. And then from that sense of support and groundedness from the earth that's always available to us, feeling the length of our back so that we're upright but not rigid. This helps us to connect to our natural human dignity, which is also always available to us. And then allowing the shoulders to just relax back, feeling the width of our front, connecting to the quality of openness. And as we feel these qualities in our posture, letting that remind us that these are also qualities of our minds. So feeling the sense of expansiveness across our front, connecting to being open to the unfolding experience moment to moment, however it is, as best we can. And then resting our hands comfortably, connecting to ease wherever we feel it this morning or this afternoon or this evening. So even if there's tension or aches and pains or tiredness in the body, noticing where there's ease as well, even if that's just in your hands. So we are grounded, upright, open, and at ease. And I'd like to invite you to just take a few moments to feel the sense of stillness in the body, to allow the mind to settle into this stillness by paying attention to it, by turning our attention to how this stillness feels to us in this very moment. And however that is okay. So we might be aware that this feels calming to us, and that's okay. Or we might become aware that there's a feeling of restlessness or shakiness in this stillness. And that's okay too, because we're not trying to have any particular kind of experience. We're trying to actually be with our experience just the way it is. So allowing yourself to just notice how this experience is. And then in that sense of stillness, you might start to notice that there's some movement in your body that is caused by your breathing. That as we take in our breath, the body moves in subtle ways, and as we exhale or let go of the breath, the body is moving. And if you have any trouble connecting to this, you might want to take a few deep breaths, just to give yourself the opportunity to connect to this feeling of movement in the body that is caused by the breath, the feeling of breath. And if you're feeling particularly anxious or restless today, need more of a sense of grounding, you can put your hand on your lower belly and just breathe into that place in your body. So we're shifting our attention to this general sense of body and breathing as an anchor for the mind, as a place to put our attention. And again, however that feels to you is okay. But we're giving ourselves a home base or this anchor for the mind, paying attention to the breath as it comes in and then goes out. Breathing naturally once we connect to this feeling in the body. We might notice the quality of our breathing, whether it's short or long or it changes, and all of that's fine. However you're breathing is okay. We might bring our attention to the subtle difference between how the body feels as we inhale as opposed to exhale and letting go of the breath, that the body actually moves differently. And the more we can pay attention to these subtle feelings in the body, the more the mind has a place to rest. Because we are always paying attention to something. We're just choosing breath right now. Feeling of breath in the body. And as we start to notice that the mind wanders off, it actually starts paying attention to something else. Our thoughts, a distraction from around you. The cat just walked into the room, or you don't know what you're making for dinner. We just notice that our mind has gone someplace else. someplace other than breath. And we call that thinking. And then we have the opportunity to return our attention to breath. To the breath that you're breathing right now. That's still available to you as an anchor or a home base. And we can return our attention to breath with the sense of appreciation, of noticing that we have this anchor for our mind, a place for it to rest. So noticing when the mind wanders off, you can call that thinking. And then returning the attention to breath, the feeling of breath in the body. And we do this in the spirit not of trying to control our thoughts or get rid of them or control our minds, but actually to make friends with ourselves. To have a sense of friendliness to however the mind is working. It's no problem that we think. And if at any time we start to feel that we're lost or overwhelmed or completely caught up in our thinking, a particular track of thinking, we can always just begin again. We can always come back to this general sense of our posture, feeling the sense of groundedness, upright, open, and at ease. And then bringing our attention to our feeling of breath in the body, establishing a sense of anchor or a place for the mind to rest, and begin in that very moment, being present, feeling the sense of breath. And if you find the mind getting caught up in particularly things that are worrisome or anxiety producing or fearful, just noticing that that's might be a quality of your mind right now. And then as you come back to this feeling of breath, just noticing if there's any sense of ok-ness to your breath. Allowing yourself to just notice what's okay right now. You might notice what's okay in your body, going back to that sense of finding a sense of ease, even if it's just in your hands. You might notice a general sense of ok-ness in how you're breathing. Your breathing is working just fine. You might notice that there might be a general sense of ok-ness about your current situation or environment that you're in, indoors, with a sense of shelter around you. So allowing that sense of a home base in the body and in the present moment, to also see if there's a sense of ok-ness about that. That maybe nothing bad is actually happening right now. Even if there are challenges and difficult situations and uncertainty in our personal life situation or in our general life situation in our society, to actually choose to place our attention where there is a general sense of ok-ness. Not to deny that those challenges are there, but actually to give our minds a sense of respite, to allow it to settle so that we can see more clearly, meet more clearly those challenges around us. So as we draw this meditation to a close, I'd like to invite you to notice what's okay. Notice what's okay in your mind, in your heart, in your body, in your general situation, and in the world.